Part 2. My girlfriend demanded a $15,000 engagement ring to feel classy and to believe my love for her was real. As mentioned in the previous part, she wanted a $15,000 ring to feel proud. I wanted a marriage built on truth, not status. She insists she isn't. But if she were proud of our relationship, wouldn't she want to wear the ring that symbolizes it? It made me question everything. Is this really about the ring? Or is it about something deeper? About how she views me and our future together? Then, as if things weren't bad enough, my friend Adam reached out again. He asked if I wanted to grab a beer after work. Said there was something I needed to know. Apparently, people at Bianca's office have been talking, and the story Bianca's telling, it's nothing like what's actually happening. According to Adam, who heard it from someone in Bianca's department, she's been saying, I'm financially controlling, that I've been hiding money from her, that I have a secret savings account I refuse to touch, that I got angry and threatening when she asked about upgrading the ring, that I told her she should just be grateful for what she gets. Adam said his friend was worried Bianca might be in some kind of unhealthy or controlling relationship. She even asked if she should recommend resources. I was stunned. I asked Adam, wait, what exactly did she say? He said Bianca told people you have money saved that you won't use. That when she brought up getting a nicer ring, you flipped out and scared her. That's not true, I said immediately. Yes, I have savings for a house. We've talked about that. And I never threatened her. I just said I wasn't comfortable going into debt for jewelry. Adam nodded. I believe you. But that's not the version going around. He added that Bianca also claimed I control all our finances, that she needs my permission to buy things, that I don't let her make any independent financial choices. I had to sit down. That's not even close to reality. We split most expenses. She has her own accounts. I don't monitor her spending, and I never have. I was angry. But more than anything, I felt betrayed. I decided to confront Bianca when she got home that night. I tried to be calm. Hey, can I ask you something? She was kicking off her shoes, barely looking at me. Sure. Have you been talking to people at work about the ring situation? Her eyes narrowed. Sometimes. I've been stressed. I needed to vent. Okay. But Adam said there's a version of the story going around that paints me as controlling, that I have a secret savings account, that I threatened you. She went pale. I never meant for it to sound like that, she said. I was just frustrated. Maybe I exaggerated. Exaggerated, I repeated. Bianca, what do you mean by that? She wiped her eyes, getting emotional. When people kept asking why you wouldn't buy a nicer ring, I didn't want to say he's being financially responsible. I told them you had money but wouldn't spend it, that you got upset when I brought it up. I shook my head. That still doesn't explain why people think I threatened you, or that I'm controlling. I don't know, she said, avoiding my eyes. Maybe things got twisted when people repeated the story. I never said you threatened me. Then her phone rang. She stepped into the hallway to take the call, but I could hear parts of it. It was one of her co-workers asking if she was okay, asking if she needed help. Bianca kept saying, no, it's fine. People just misunderstood. After she hung up, I couldn't hold it in anymore. Bianca, this has gone way too far. Your co-workers think I'm financially abusive. That could destroy my reputation. And it's not true. She looked ashamed for a second. I'm sorry. I'll talk to them. I'll fix it. Okay, I said. But then she added something that made my blood pressure spike. But you have to understand. From the outside, it does look weird that you won't spend more on my ring when you have money. I don't have money lying around, I said. I have savings earmarked for a house. That's not extra spending money. She nodded slowly, but I could tell she still didn't fully understand. I get that. But people don't know the whole story. They make assumptions. I rubbed my face, exhausted. Then why not tell the truth? I don't want to get into our finances with coworkers, she said flatly. That's private. The conversation left me completely drained. It felt like she cared more about what her coworkers thought than about the truth. She let people believe I was some controlling, manipulative partner just so she wouldn't have to admit she was upset about the ring, and that scared me. Because the woman I thought I was going to marry, the woman I trusted, was now telling a version of our story that made me out to be the villain. I didn't know what to believe anymore. Well, it's over. I truly thought we might be able to work through all of it somehow. But what happened over the weekend made it clear this relationship was already done. After that last conversation about her coworkers thinking I was financially abusive, things got tense. She said she'd cleared up the misunderstanding, but she seemed resentful about having to do it. She'd make little comments under her breath like, "I'm glad I got to look like a liar just because I was trying to cope with a tough situation." Then Friday night, her mom Nana came back into town. Honestly, I should have seen it coming. But I kept hoping maybe we could finally talk it out like adults. Nope, it was an ambush. Nana, Bianca, and her sister Grace, who drove up from Portland, all sat me down in the living room. It was clearly a coordinated plan. Nana started, hands folded neatly in her lap. "Vince, we're all very concerned about your pattern of behavior," she said in the kind of tone people use when talking to a toddler. I blinked. "My pattern of behavior?" She nodded seriously. "Yes. I've been doing some research. The tradition is clear men are expected to spend 2 to 3 months of salary on an engagement ring. By my math, Vince, that should be somewhere between $8,000 and $12,000. I took a deep breath and tried not to explode. That 2-month salary rule was literally invented by a diamond company as a marketing strategy. It's not some sacred tradition. Nana waved her hand. It doesn't matter who invented it. It's what people expect now. And by spending so much less, you're sending a message that Bianca isn't worth the investment." Before I could reply, Grace jumped in. "I'm honestly worried about Bianca's future with someone who's already showing controlling tendencies. In a healthy relationship, partners prioritize each other's happiness over rigid financial rules." I opened my mouth to respond. "I'm not controlling. I'm responsible." But I couldn't finish a sentence. They kept cutting me off, telling me I was being unreasonable, humiliating Bianca, refusing to show up for her. Finally, Nana sighed dramatically and said, "Bianca has been incredibly patient, Vince. But your refusal to compromise is forcing her to question the relationship." Then Bianca spoke. She looked me in the eye and said, "I've thought about this a lot. And I've realized it's not about the ring anymore. It's about whether you're willing to show up for me when it matters." My stomach dropped. She pulled out her phone, scrolled for a moment, then turned the screen toward me. "I found a ring I love," she said. "It's a 2-carat oval diamond with a halo setting. It costs $15,000. I talked to the jeweler about payment plans. We could finance it over 2 years." Then she said the words that made everything crystal clear. "If you're not willing to get this ring, Vince, then I don't think we should get married." My heart just sank. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't emotional. Her voice was steady, like she'd rehearsed it. "A man who truly wants to marry me would find a way to make it happen," she added. "Your refusal tells me you're not fully committed to our future." Nana smiled proudly. "This is Bianca standing up for herself. I'm so proud of you for not settling." I just sat there stunned. I finally managed to ask, "Are you serious? You're ending our 3-year relationship over a ring." "It's not about the ring," she insisted. "It's about what it represents. And if you can't understand why this matters to me, then maybe we're not as compatible as I thought." Something inside me shut off in that moment, because I realized there was no compromise. They'd already decided what the right answer was. Anything less than a $15,000 ring meant I didn't love her. I was selfish. I was weak. I stood up. My legs felt weirdly shaky, but I went straight to the bedroom and picked up the ring, the one I'd chosen with care, the one I'd hoped would start our life together. I walked back into the living room, held it out, and said, "If a $15,000 ring means more to you than our relationship, then you're right. We're not compatible." Bianca's mouth opened, but I didn't let her speak yet. "I'm not going into debt to prove I love you. I'm not staying in a relationship where my financial values aren't respected." She started to cry. "Vince, are you really ending this?" "No," I said calmly. "You are. I'm just accepting your decision." That's when Nana lost it. "You're selfish. You're throwing away the best thing that ever happened to you." Grace chimed in too. "This proves everything we said about you. You're not husband material." Bianca just sat there crying. I went to the bedroom and started packing a bag. I wasn't even angry anymore, just numb. That night, I stayed at my buddy Miles's place. All weekend, Bianca sent me paragraphs of texts saying she didn't mean for things to go that far. Asking to talk, apologizing kind of, but never really backing off her demand. Yesterday, I went back to the apartment while she was at work to get more of my stuff. I left the key on the counter and texted her. "Left my key on the counter. I'll come by for the rest later this week." 2 minutes later, my phone blew up. Messages from her family, her friends, even numbers I didn't recognize. Most were furious, calling me heartless, saying I gave up too easily, accusing me of being selfish. A few said they understood where I was coming from, but that I should have tried harder to compromise. But the more I thought about it, the more I knew I made the right decision. This was never just about the ring. It was about values. To Bianca and her family, love is measured in the size of a diamond. To me, love means building something solid, protecting our future, staying out of unnecessary debt. If Bianca had come to me calmly and said, "I know this might sound a little shallow, but having a slightly bigger ring would make me feel more secure. Can we talk about options that won't hurt our other goals?" I would have listened. That's a conversation I would have been open to. Instead, I got ultimatums, guilt trips, and emotional pressure. And the final blow, she let people believe I was abusive. That's what killed it. I'm sad. I won't lie. 3 years gone just like that. But I'm also relieved. Better to find out now than after we were married with joint finances and even more at stake. The ring is sitting on Miles's coffee table while I figure out what to do next. I'll probably return it and put the money back into my house fund. The house I'll hopefully share one day with someone who values the meaning behind a gift more than the price tag. Reading the comments on my earlier posts helped me stay grounded. Just knowing I wasn't crazy meant a lot. And for those wondering if I blame Nana, sure, she pushed hard. But Bianca is 26. She made her choices. She chose to lie to coworkers. She chose to wear someone else's ring. She gave me the ultimatum. That's on her. And for anyone who says I'm being too harsh, that plenty of women care about their rings, I get it. I'm not saying women shouldn't care. Of course you want to love the ring you wear every day. But there's a huge difference between caring and ending a relationship over it. If the ring was truly just about her happiness, not other people's opinions, we could have figured something out. But it wasn't. So now I move on. And next time, I'll make sure I'm with someone who sees love as a partnership, not a purchase. Thank you for listening to today's stories. If you enjoyed listening, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, leave a comment below to share your thoughts on what happened. Take care.